Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the tournament. Today we'll be competing, well not we, but we're doing the Score Chasers tournament, where there will be a bunch of competitors all competing in different games that were submitted to Ludum. There's 5 different games that are on the docket. First one is Mooovement Game, created by Mark. So welcome in. Yeah, there's 5 different games. So we got Mooovement Game by Mark, then it will be Adelie by Meep. And then the 3 other games are going to be Sammich, as well as 2 others I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to have to look at that later. But yeah, basically the goal of this game is to get as low of a time as possible. There's 8 different levels you have to race through. And then there's 2 different moves competitors can do. They can slide down hills and they can strafe, and that's pretty much it. And you just have to do those to try to build up speed and get to end of levels as much as possible. What is this and why am I looking at Game of the Year? This is a Mooovement Game with many O's. But yeah, it's one of the games I was submitted to Ludum. Here, let me get the timer up on the side. And then put it over here. And we start counting down until the end of this game. There we go. Not really looking for tiny creatures. Don't worry, the tiny creatures are all around. You can see the glowing orbs. Those are baby cows. And you're essentially... one of the extra things you can do in the game is to collect the baby cows. If you get all of them, it counts as a 100% run. For this though, we're doing an any percent run, so competitors don't have to collect them. The quick restart billboard, yeah, it's a great addition. Yeah, we're looking at Pomo right here. Pomo seems to be doing fairly well. Let me bring up the scoreboard. There's been no competitors that have submitted scores apparently, which is interesting, which means nobody's completed a run yet. But this is Pomo's. Let's look at Mark's view. Mark is the dev of the game, so he should be doing decently at it. None of the competitors here have the world record. But some of them have been getting close to the world record. So Mark seems to be on one of the later levels, and Ricky just submitted a 177 second run. It looks like Mark is about to submit a score, so we'll see where that lands. That's a 220, which is going to be around 180, I believe. Let's look at Bad Fetus. Bad Fetus has a 3-minute run, so already worse than the other 2 we've seen. Wait, did I say Mark had 180? Mark had a 140 run, yeah. I apparently don't know how many seconds is in a minute. So Mark's currently in the lead, followed by Ricky. Bad Fetus is for sure after those 2, and then Pomo is just started a new run and has not submitted a score, so I'm assuming he backed out of whatever run he was in and didn't even bother to submit it. Or I guess finish it, maybe. But Mark is clearly in the lead right now. I think Mark is probably going to win this game, earning him 15 points in the overall scoreboard. How the scores work overall is after every game, competitors get points based on their placement. First place gets 15 points, second place gets 12 points, third place gets 10 points, and fourth place gets 8 points. There's only 4 competitors today, so we've got a smaller competitor pool. And there will only be those 4 point distributions. If somebody ties, they'll tie for the point amounts. But yeah, I assume Mark's going to get the 15 points. We'll see if Ricky can beat him. Pomo might have a chance. Assuming he actually submits a run. But here, I'll do a prediction for anybody in chat who wants to predict on who's going to win. And then we can see if somebody wins. Okay, and then do a prediction. Who will win Mooovement Game? And then we do Mark, Pomo, Ricky, and then Bad Fetus. Submission period will be 1 minute. And there you go. You guys can predict if you want. Does it sound good on the stream, by the way? I haven't fully tested out the levels because I have been struggling to set up my scenes after moving computers. Just let me know if it sounds good or if I need to tweak it. I can do so. But looks like Ricky is currently in the bowl. He is trying to get out of the bowl. Let's see how long it takes him. Oh, looks like he's out. But he went the wrong direction. This is not looking good. And he restarted. Yeah, that makes sense. The bowl there, you have to get enough momentum to get out and then get to the path. Now he's back in level 1. Level 1 is just sliding up and down hills. Let's look at Mark. Mark over here just started another run. Not better that I'm assuming he finished the last run and it was not better than his world record. Pomo just submitted a score of 177. Hey Pierogi. But it tied with Ricky Lee, but actually a bit lower because of the millisecond difference. But that is a very close score with Ricky and Pomo. That's going to be a close fight for second. Let's look at Bad Fetus. That is a 7-minute run so far. Bad Fetus is not doing too well with this game. Yeet per second? Yeah. How else are you going to measure your cow's velocity? So I think it is safe to say Bad Fetus is going to get 4th in this game, considering there's only 6 minutes left in this game before we do the one last round. The only chance he has is in the one last round to get higher than the other 3. And that's going to be the end of the run at 7 minutes 39 seconds. Which is going to put him at a very large number. Chickens per cows, that could also work. And that's been submitted as 459. Alright. So I'd say currently it looks like Mark is going to be clearly in the lead, and then it's going to be a close fight for second between Ricky and Pomo. Let's go back to Pomo here. Pomo's on a 30-second run right now. Ricky is on a 1-minute 40-second run right now. So Ricky's probably going to be ending a run soon. He's currently back at the bowl. Okay, going to another bowl. And clear to the goal, so that looks like a good pace. I thought he was going to miss the end there. This is 2 minutes, so currently at 120. This looks like level 6, I believe. Ooh, had to restart there. That's unfortunate. As long as he gets better than around 3 minutes, he is good. Oh, and then he's had to restart due to failing too many times on that level. Going for another run. Let's see if Pomo's doing better. Pomo currently on a 40-second run, so I guess he restarted the last run he was on. Looking at Mark. Mark has just finished a run at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which is worse than his old run. Main question, the heck am I watching? You're watching cows move at quick velocities through hilly landscapes. But look at them go, the cows. But yeah, the main thing you're watching is the Score Chasers tournament. We're essentially competing in different games that are submitted to Ludum. Local Canadian sport. True. I feel like there needs to be some lacrosse or hockey sticks somewhere. Just give the cow a hockey stick and then he can just hit the tiny cows around into the ending goals. Well, that looks like a restart. Actually, what if you had the big cow, you give the big cow a lacrosse stick, and you just scoop up the tiny cows in it, and then bring them with you. Moo, true. Alright, let's check on Pomo. Pomo is currently on a 2 minute 30-second run on level 8, I believe, so this would be the final level. Let's see if he can do a better score. Okay. Looks like good pace. Currently going to the goal. As long as he can get 2 minutes 50 seconds. He got 2:45. That looks to be a better score than Ricky Lee. And that's going to be a screenshot and submit. Is anyone streaming beside you and Pomo? I don't think so. Mark might be. I haven't actually checked. I can check in the break. But usually you can just check the Score Chasers tag, and anybody streaming under that tag will be streaming. I should have it tagged under my stream, so you can check it there. And Pomo's now on the board at 165 into second place. So in order to get his second place back, Ricky needs to beat that score. Looking at Ricky. Ricky just started a new run. Gonna try to get better pace than Pomo. Mark. Currently on a 50-second run. This is level 4. He gets boosted up. Skips that one. Goes onto the... Oh, and he falls off. After going onto the one white ramp after skipping the grassy area. It looks like it's going to be a restart, yeah. Looking at Pomo. Pomo's on a 1 minute run at the same level that Mark just fell off. Let's see if Pomo makes the same mistake. He does not. Skips the grassy area. Goes onto the white ramp. And boosts off into the goal. Okay, now Pomo's on level 5. I can do overlay here to show that we're currently watching Pomo. I'm on vacation while watching you on my Airbnb. Best way to vacate. Nice. Yeah. What better way to take a vacation than just to watch cow racing? You must look at the cows. And it looks like time's up. So I'm going to let the competitors know that They have to finish the runs, and then we can do one last round. Alright, competitors, time is up. So finish whatever run you're on, and then we're going to do the one last run when everyone is finished their runs. Okay. And then now we can see them finish up their last runs. Hey Drather, welcome in. Ricky is currently on 1 minute into the run and has just dive bombed off of the ramp. He wants to restart here, but there's no way to quickly restart the level. There's only restarting the entire run, which is going to end that run. What did I walk into? This is the Score Chasers tournament, where people are competing in games similar to Ludum. There's 5 different games people will be competing in. This one is Mooovement Game, where people are cows racing through levels. You can slide down ramps to gain speed, and then also strafe around to also build up speed, which you'll see the competitors doing. We're currently watching Pomo here, and he looks like he's taking the down route, going through the level. And into the bowl, slides down, and he's going to boost up into the rest of the level. Yeah, there he goes. He's escaped the bowl in a pretty quick speed. Going through the rest of the bowls, and into the goal. Not to be confused with Scorch Acers, the barbecue tournament. Yeah. Unless you want to barbecue the cows, which is a possibility. Alright, Pomo is finishing up this level. Let's check in on the other competitors. So this is Mark. Mark is currently finished a run. Bad Fetus is on a 2-minute run. And back to Pomo, currently on the last level. And has hit the wall. That is unfortunate. He just has to die and then... Oh, I guess not restart the level. He's gonna completely exit out of that run. So that's gonna be it for Pomo's run. The only one left currently racing, I believe, is Bad Fetus. That is Ricky. Which one is Bad Fetus? There we go. Currently has a 353 score, so improved on his last score, but still way behind the other competitors. Currently in the bowls on a 180, which is worse than the other 3 competitors. So there's no way this run is better than those 3. We're gonna see if he improves his PB. And has restart. Wait, there is a way to quick restart the level. Why did Ricky not do that before? Oh, I guess it's because Ricky figured that run wasn't on pace. I also didn't know there was a level quick restart. I guess that might have been a new addition before the tournament. Mark's name put me off. Feels like a fever dream. A good fever dream. What better dream to have than to watch cows race through your head? Never says bad. True. But yeah, it's a great game. Mark did a good job making it. Okay, I believe this is the final level, now that we've got the floating rings everywhere. Which means Bad Fetus is on pace to probably beat his score. If we look at his current time, it's 5 minutes, which is going to be 120, 240, 300. So as long as he gets better than 550, it's going to be a better personal score. And that is a 512, so that is going to be better. We'll see the exact amount that is better by once it's submitted, and that's going to be a 312. So slowly improving the score. Alright, everyone's done. So we're going to do the one last round. Let me just double check. Looking at Pomo. Looking at Mark. Okay. So we're going to do one last round. This will be your last round of the game. When you're done it, then just wait. And then I'll count you guys down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Alright. The competitors are off in their last round. This is Mark we're currently watching. Let me switch to Mark. There we go. Mark's currently on a 140 in first place. So Mark needs to guarantee his lead by either making sure the other competitors don't beat his current score, which he can't really control, or getting a better score and solidifying the lead. If we look here, he seems to be doing fairly well. Currently beating that level and is at 40 seconds. Justin6, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. With Score Chasers, it's a tournament that happens every Ludum Dare where people compete in games that were submitted to the jam. So currently people are competing in Mooovement Game, which was a game made by Mark. And in this game, people have to slide down slopes to gain velocity, as well as strafe to also gain velocity, and try to get to the end of levels as quickly as possible. Score Chasers is run by Ludum Dare? No, it is not officially run. It's run by competitors. Usually, somebody that participates in the jam hosts it. I've done that for the last 3 times because everyone else keeps canceling due to things they have to do, but usually it rotates which person is actually hosting the tournament. But it's not officially run. It's just run by a bunch of people who participate. Mark's here on a 2-minute pace. Anything lower than 220 is better than his previous score, but it looks like it is not going to be that. It's going to be worse than his old record. Actually, maybe. And that is undershooting the goal. Okay, that was on pace to be better, but he undershot the goal. It was only around like 2 seconds better. Ready for Dev or Die next weekend? Hopefully. I'm going to have to move everything over to my new PC. Because my template and stuff is not on my PC yet. But I'm gonna have very small scope for Dev or Die. Even smaller than last time. Okay, this is Bad Fetus. Have it in version control? Yeah, I have everything in version control. I can just add it. Because I still have my laptop right beside me. Bad Fetus is currently on a 3-minute pace in the bowls. Will he escape the bowl? That looks to be an escape. And has hit the wall. Unfortunate. And that's going to be an exit out. Pomo. Looks like he's finished the run. Ricky. has finished the run, which means everyone is complete. So that's going to be the end of this game. And we'll be back with the next game shortly. What's Never Die? Never Die is a competition where you make a game on stream in 12 hours. Alright. But it looks like that the final scores for that game is Mark in first place with 140, Pomo in second with 165, Ricky in third with 177, and Badfeast in fourth with 312. Which means Mark is going to get 15 points and solidify the lead so far. Next game will be Adelie. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright, and we are back with Adelie. This is a game where you have to collect... Oh, forgot to mute myself. There we go. This is a game where you have to collect fish around the field and then drop them off in a zone with baby penguins to feed them. And the more fish you drop at once, the more score you get. And the scoring basically works in a chain. So the first fish you drop in the zone gives you 10 points, the next one gives you 20, then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So you want to get as much as possible in the zone at once, so that you can maximize how much score the chain gives you. Alright, let me start the timer. To go to 15 minutes of playtime. There we go. And I need to start my bot real quick to capture the scores. There we go. Alright, and we should see scores coming in. We're currently watching Ricky Lee's perspective. Currently on a 1,500 point run. And waiting for the timer in the zone to expire, then dropped it off. The reason why he's doing that is so that as many fish can spawn as possible. It also increased the amount of spikes, because you're delaying the time until the next zone appears and starts counting down. But it also gives you more fish, which is spawns at a faster rate than the spikes do. So usually it's a net positive. Now he's maneuvering around so that all the fish fit into the zone. Because if you drop one outside the zone, even if you were in the zone, then it will not count as a score. Currently on a 2,560 score. And has hit the spike, dropping all the fish and turning them into fish bones. I don't think this is going to be possible to get a better score on this. Maybe one last zone. And he just got hit again. There it is. Final score 2,560 in that run. So it's going to end that run for Ricky Lee. Going to Pomo. Pomo is currently on a 1,630 score run. Looks like Ricky and Bad Fetus have just submitted their scores. Ricky currently in first place, Bad Fetus in second. Looking at Mark. Mark is on a 60 score run, which means he has not finished a run yet. Not competing in Good or Wild 74. Usually, if there's other jams overlapping with the wild jams, I don't participate in the wild jams. And in this case, Ludum Dare overlapped. Just so I have time to do other stuff other than jams. I'll probably be participating in the next wild jam though. Alright. Mark's currently on a 1,380 score run. Looking at Bad Fetus. Oh, it's not playing full screen. That's interesting. I haven't seen a competitor do that yet. Currently on a 930 score run. Ricky Lee. 400 score. Pomo. Pomo has just finished a 3,200 score run, which is going to put him into first place. You're competing, wrapping up your game before it ends in 3 hours. Nice. Open that prediction thing for Adelie? I did. It already opened and then finished. And then only one person predicted on it, which was 200 points to Ricky. So we'll see if that happens. Usually predictions will happen in the break between the games. If I remember to do it then. You missed? Yeah. Who would you have predicted for out of the 4? We're currently watching Bad Fetus here on a 2,900 point run, which is going to be better than his personal best and good enough for first place. Never mind, Pomo has just gotten 3,200, so this is currently second place and has died, so it is going to end up in second place. Wait, no. He scored at the end, which is a 3,350 score. How did I miss that? Is this your game? No, this is Meep's game called Adelie. Oh, and this is Mark's perspective, not Bad Fetus. Okay, that makes sense. I read the names wrong. There we go. But yeah, my game is not being competed in because it cannot be competed in due to it being a chill game. But we got Mooovement Game, Adelie, Boroporo. What's the 4th game? I forget what the 4th game is. I'm going to have to remember that. And then Sammich afterwards. Mark's currently in 1st, Pomo's in 2nd, Ricky Lee in 3rd, Bad Feast in 4th. Looking at Pomo. Pomo's currently in 2nd place. Trying to beat his score and get into 1st. And has just dropped a chain of 10 fish, earning a ton of points. Still on full lives, but the spikes are starting to spawn in terrible positions. He has to basically hope that the zones spawn in the bottom left of the map. Or that works as well. That is a great spawn. And has hit the spikes. He has goofed it. That was a perfect spawn. It spawned right in... It spawned right where there was no spikes. The other game's Eg Hatcha? Right, yeah, it's Eg Hatcha. Here, I can switch up the song as well. What's good music I have? Let's go with Miku. Just because the last song was playing while Movement was going. Alright. So Pomo here, waiting out the zone, then drops it. Dropped a 7 chain. and has hit the spike, prompting a restart. Look at the scoreboard now. Ricky Lee is currently in first with 4,000 points. Let's look at Ricky. Ricky Lee, currently on a 1,000 point run, trying to go between the spikes there, and has dropped a 6 chain. Will somebody be able to stop Ricky? That's the question. Mark has a good chance to do so. Pomo seems to be goofing his runs so far, but also has a chance to beat it. Looking at Mark now. Mark's currently on a 2,260 point run, which has a chance to get very high. And that was a 10 chain there. Currently on 2,810, 2 lives left. Just looking like it might be on pace to be a personal best, but not on pace to beat Ricky. And has hit the spike, that's definitely not on pace. No. He has one last chance to try to get a large combo. And has hit the spikes. That is unfortunate. Congrats on the rare slime. Looking over here. He is quick restarted. Zone spawned in the bottom right. And he's waiting it out. Then drop in. Looks like he's building up a chain here. And he's going to let that zone expire to build up even more of a chain. Let's look at Pomo. Pomo here is just restarted. Let's check out Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee is on a brand new run as well, so everyone's starting new runs. Let's look at Bad Fetus. Bad Fetus here on a 700 score run. Letting the zone expire while getting more fish. Let's go over to Mark. Mark is here on a brand new run. Nobody's really gotten better or changed in the leaderboard, apart from Bad Fetus improving the personal best a bit. But everyone is still at the scores they were before. But we can see if somebody gets a higher score in the 3 minutes left, and then the one last run. Looking at Bad Fetus here, 160, Mark, 570, Homo, 260, and Ricky Lee, 1,450. Alright, let's look at Ricky Lee for a bit. See if Ricky Lee can extend his lead. And he has not, and is instead restarted. But looking at what Ricky Lee's doing, looks like he is not leaving fish on the sides and is just instantly scoring them, which is a different strategy than some other competitors have been doing. He is waiting out the zones though. And now there's fish stacking up, and he's waiting in the zones. And he's collecting them all. Seems like a fair strategy. check back in on him in a bit. Let's look at Pomo. Pomo's on a 2,320 point run. Currently waiting out the zone. There's a lot of fish bones on the ground, which looks like he made a bit of mistakes. But this is a great spawn for his zone. So there's a lot of chance to rack up points. It does not look like on pace for a personal best. But depending on the spawn zones, it could be. This is going to be maybe around personal best once this drops in. Yeah, 3,240. Okay. And then there's no way he's going to get points from that spawn zone. Unless he threads the needle. Okay, I'm proven wrong. And he's now beaten Mark. Currently in second place. Pomo used to have 3,200, now has 3,520. 3,800. Chance to beat Ricky here. Okay, that is a decent spawn zone. He just has to go along the side. And has hit the spikes right at the end when trying to adjust himself. Unfortunate. That's good enough for second, though. Looking at Ricky now. Ricky's currently on a 2,380 point run with no lives lost. That is a great run. Looks like 2 fish bones, though, which is going to massively hamper him later. And has just lost a life from hitting a spike. And has lost another one. He seems to be doing terrible as soon as I start watching and has restarted. Looking at Mark. Mark's currently on a 2,500 point run with all lives. Ricky throwing? Yeah. Still in first place, so it's not a full throw. Time's up though, so I'm going to let the competitors know. Alright, everyone finish your last run. And then once everyone's done, we'll do the one last run. Mark currently on 3,350 score, which is tying with his old score, but also he has 5 lives. Never mind, make that 4. And 3. Oh, he's just going to throw this run away. This was going to be personal best, but it's not looking that way anymore. Oh, this is a great spawn zone, though. He's waiting out the zone, trying to build up the fish. If the zone spawns in the top right left, I don't see how he's going to score it, though. Okay. Spawned in bottom left. He just needs to collect a couple more fish and then go through it. Looks like he's waiting it out and hoping for the next spawn to be better. Where's he going to spawn? Okay, spawns on the right. That's decent. It's going to be hard to navigate through those spike gaps, but it is possible. He's not even trying, and he scores it because he sees the seal coming. It's going to be 3,810. 10 points higher than Pomo's score. So currently good enough for second. 3,910 right now. Trying to get the 3 more fish. I don't think he's going to do it. Yeah, it's 2 left. And it's going to be end there. 3,920 points. That is good enough for second. Alright, we'll see if all the competitors are done. Looking at Bad Fetus. Alright, Bad Fetus ended. Mark ended. Pomo ended. Ricky. Ricky's still on the run. Alright, 2,820 right now. On all lives, so this could be a personal best. Assuming he does not throw again. Alright, 3 lives left. There's a lot of fish bones stockpiling up, and that's going to be a restart. Fair enough. Alright, everyone's done their runs, so we'll do the one more run. I'll count the competitors down. Alright, everyone, we're going to do the one more run. I'll count you guys down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, the competitors are off. They're doing their last round of this game. Currently looking at Ricky. Let's swap over to Bad Fetus. Bad Fetus is going to try to get enough score to get into at least 3rd place. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are all very close together right now. So if he can get enough to pass 3rd, he's probably going to also get enough to pass 2nd and 1st. Looking at Mark. Mark's currently on 360 score. Pomo. 260. A bit less score and 1 less life, but he's going to try to get this very large chain. And he has done it. Chained 180 points on that last fish, which means he's chained 18 fish together. Ricky over here, 1,170, all lives left. Mark, 1,130. Looks like Mark and Ricky have similar strategies, while Pomo is going for the large chains. So currently on a bit more score, but 1 less life. Bad Fetus. Bad Fetus is on 1,280 score with 5 lives. Looking at Mark. Mark has lost a life and has just dropped a ton of fish bones over there. That's not going to be good later. This is not looking like a PB for Mark. Especially with that zone spawn. He might have to drop one out the zone. Never mind, he has dropped them all into the zone. Some nice placement. One more fish on there and that would have been a fish bone. Just dropped another chain, 2,500. Looking at Pomo. Pomo is currently at 3,210. Could be on track to get a new personal best. Especially after this large chain. Looks like a couple fish bones are going to be dropped. 1 fish bone. 4,260 score. That is good enough for 1st. So Pomo is now currently in 1st place. Has surpassed Ricky and Mark. Let's see how Ricky and Mark are doing. Ricky has died, which means Ricky is guaranteed not 1st, now that Pomo has passed him. Mark, 3,150. Bad Fetus, 2,620. Could be on track to a new personal best, but there's a lot of fish bones blocking the way. He's scared to go collect those fishes because of the fish bones. And it just dropped and is now on a personal best. Trying to get to that area where all the other competitors are. Mark currently on 3,510. Pomo has just died on a 4,750 point run, which is going to be good enough for 1st. And he's definitely screenshotting that. Mark over here just died, 3,510, which means Mark will not improve his score, leaving Pomo still in 1st. Bad Fetus has died on 2,980, which is going to keep Bad Fetus in 4th, which means our final standings are Pomo in 1st, Ricky in 2nd, Mark in 3rd, and Bad Fetus in 4th. Alright, that's going to be it for this game. We'll be back next with the Boroporo. Alright, competitors are off. Currently playing Boroporo, which is a score chasing game where you have to bring tiny creatures to your cave in the center of the map. You have to bring tiny creatures to the cave in the center of the map, while also preventing them from getting eaten by larger creatures that spawn in. And if 2 of the tiny creatures get eaten, then your run ends. This is a different build than was made for the jam, to make it a bit harder so that it can actually be score chased, because otherwise runs took way too long, longer than the allotted time for a specific game. So expect very low scores from all of the competitors here. I think a very good score in this version of the game is a score of 4, pretty much. If you get 3, you're doing decently. If you get 4, you're on track to be world record. And this might actually be a 4 here, except 1 tiny creature is about to get eaten. There it goes. That's going to be a 3. Alright, let's hide the overall scores and show the total ones for this round. Everyone in the prediction voted that Pomo would win. So everyone seems confident about Pomo's abilities. Not even 1 person voted the other options, but we had 3 for Pomo. We're looking at Bad Fetus right now. Let's look over at Pomo. Pomo's on a score of 4, which is already the best so far. Ricky Lee is on 7. What the heck? How did Ricky get 7? Okay. We're gonna watch Ricky for a bit. So Ricky's killed the large creature. Looks like there's another large creature spawning in, but he's getting these 2 tiny creatures. Trying to grab that other one. Through the 1 creature, grabbing the other. Large creature spawning in, going to try to eat that tiny creature over near it. It seems to be floating around in the middle of the 2 for some reason. Oh, now it's going towards the bottom. That tiny creature looks like he's going to die, unless Ricky can get over there in time. And he has killed it. New large creature spawning in. And he has chucked another creature in. So that's going to put him to a current score of 10. And creature's just been hidden. Put him at 11 here. Looks like Bad Fetus got a 4-score run. The other 2 have not submitted a score yet. A bunch of large creatures are spawning in over in the top right. If a tiny creature spawns in over there, then he's kind of screwed. He's picked up 3 creatures at the same time and has chucked them all in, getting him a score of 14. Unidev? I'm personally a Godot dev, but this game was made in Unity that the competitors are competing in right now. Alright. But you can see what engine people use usually in the tags. Like I'm tagged with Godot. Alright, looks like Ricky has just ended a run at 15 score. Did he just submit 115? I'm gonna fix that. Ricky, why? Okay, I have to go to the data then fix that to be 15. And there we go, it updates. Yeah, Ricky, it's fine, I fixed it. Looking at Mark here. Mark's currently on a 3-score run. Bad Fetus, 0-score run. Pomo on a 12-score run. Pomo's on pace to maybe beat Ricky. That's going to be going in to get 13. No lives lost yet. Alright, monster has died. There's a large amount of tiny creatures collecting at the bottom. 2 large creatures spawning in the top right. That one at the top is probably going to screw him over, because it's just going to keep wandering around and get to a very awkward position. And now there's a tiny creature spawning right on top of him. One spawning at the bottom, which he's going to have to address basically instantly. Large creature there is going to die. Large creature spawning at the bottom. He's camping it so that it can't kill the large amount of tiny creatures. And now he's going to have to get some of the tiny creatures and bring them to the cave. He's opting for the top ones because they're easiest to throw in. Currently at 14 score. Large creature spawning over here. He has to kill it instantly. And he's done so, getting that tiny creature while going back upwards. Up to score 15. This is now the world record, and still on 2 lives left. Large creature spawning in the left. He's going to try to score this tiny creature before killing that one, which might prove to be a bad decision considering it just spawned in. He's going up to kill it now. And has instead opted to run away, and is instead killing one in the top right, so that doesn't instantly kill this tiny creature. And he's done it. Going for that other one now, because it's about to go to the giant pack, and it has died on its own, looks like, before he even could reach it. Now, will you start building your PC? I'm not. My PC's done now. I'm currently streaming on it. Where to push-ups? It's still a bit of a mess back there. But they'll be back eventually. Excuses? True. But the next stream I do, they'll be back. And if they're not back, remind me, and then I can add them while the stream's going. Pomo has finished the run, currently at 16. So Pomo's currently world record, going at Ricky here. Ricky currently has a score of 5 with 1 life left, so that's not looking like great pace. 2 large creatures spawned in, one's about to eat a tiny creature, and there goes the run. Going over to Mark. Mark's on a score of 0. Bad Fetus, score of 4. Bad Fetus might get a personal best over here. And he is, score of 5, which is going to time with Mark. And now score of 6, which is going to put him ahead of Mark. 3 large creatures spawned in though, which is probably going to end this run. That large creature at the top is going directly to one of those tiny creatures. But it looks like tiny creature is trying to escape a bit. And it went directly into... Okay, I was going to say it went directly into Bad Fetus's character, but Bad Fetus kind of whiffed it and knocked him over to the side. Now grabbed a tiny creature, dropped into the cave, and run instantly ended right after that, but that's going to be a score of 7. which puts him into third. Looking at Mark now. Mark has to get back into his third spot in order to avoid being last. Poma here, starting another run. Ricky, currently on a run at 4. Alright, Mark here has just killed a large creature. Is stuck under it for a bit. Now going for that tiny creature. Large creature is being baited by the creature's dragon. And now he's going to try to kill that. Not improved on 7? I mean, you might. You never know. Yeah, that was a pretty good run. Mark over here. Trying to momentum boost and has instead hit the wall after the boost. That was a very good momentum boost, though, if it boosted in a good direction. He's trying to recreate it, but he's not going to be able to. I don't think any competitors are really using momentum boosts. Essentially, there's a thing you can do in the game where if you grab onto the large creatures in specific spots, you can make them boost you at very quick speeds. It's a bit finicky to get to work consistently, but it can make it so you can get around the map very quickly if you can do it. And that looks like he dropped it down below. Currently on a score of 6, trying to get that score of 7 to beat Bat Fetus. And has instead missed the vine completely. That large creature is going to go eat the tiny creature in the top. And the run is going to end there at 6. Unfortunate. Looking at Ricky. Ricky's currently on a score of 7. 1 life lost. Pomo, score of 2. Bad Fetus, score of 0. Okay. Everyone's pretty much starting new runs. Ricky Lee, score 7. This is not looking like a record. Now that things are starting to stack up a bit, and he's already lost a life. Large creature spawning in on the right. He's going to have to get over there very quickly. Why the booze, Pigorly? Has it slash shrug. Fair. It is spooky season. So the ghosts are out in their brewing nature. I did do an actual boo sound effect so that people can redeem it for October. Didn't happen on our end? Oh, right, I didn't recreate it in the stream. I guess I can do that real quick. Add application audio capture. And I want to do overlay. Okay. It should be up. And then I can do claps. And then it plays like that. How was that in terms of volume? Because you should have heard that one. Yes, get your laugh tracks. Okay, 20 seconds left. 20-second warning. Current runs. We got Mark on a score of 2. Bad Fetus on a score of 4. Pomo on a score of 5. And Ricky Lee on a score of 2. Bad Fetus is currently on a score of 5. 3 large creatures spawning in. So this is not going to look like a personal best. Large creature trying to eat that creature he's holding. And he has succeeded. That's going to end that run. Alright, finisher runs. And then once everyone's done, we'll do the one more run. Yeah, Mark's not doing too great at this game. It's only really competition between Pomo and Ricky for first. And then Badface and Mark are competing for third here. If you look at the overall scores, Pomo's currently in first. Oh, that's the wrong key. Pomo's currently in first with 27 points, followed by Mark. So this is going to greatly extend Pomo's lead if Pomo wins this game. Okay, looks like that's going to end that run for Mark at 4. There's only Pomo and Ricky left. Pomo at a score of 8, Ricky at a score of 5. That's going to be another 2 scored. Already puts him ahead of the other 2 competitors. But he's already has a personal best of 15 here. And tiny creatures just being eaten, which is unfortunate. A bunch of large creatures spawning in. 2 over on the side there. They're getting baited by that tiny creature falling down. Bertrand, who we're respecting, is gone? Yeah. It covers the score, so I can't really use it for this game. If I want you guys to see the score here. But I'm just going to try to say who I'm spectating. We're spectating Ricky Lee here. But yeah. Ricky Lee currently on 1 life left, 8 points. Not looking great. Pomo here, 1 life left as well, but 12 points. Large creature. He's going to have to go up there and kill it. Looks like he's getting baited downwards now. There's 5 tiny creatures all together over there. He could grab a bunch at once if he goes for them. Large creature spawning in the top left though. He's going to have to go kill that. Going back to Ricky. Ricky has ended a run at 10 creatures. So the only one left currently running is Pomo. Currently on a 12-point run. Pomo at 14 score. Large creature spawning in the top left. He's going to have to go kill it. It's going upwards. And is being baited downwards for some reason. New large creature spawning in the top right. He's also going to have to go kill that. And looks like he has grabbed it successfully. How long will it take him? And that was pretty quick. Now he's grabbing these 2 creatures. And then going to try to bring them both to the cave to try to get a score of 16. And has instead flung one of the tiny creatures around. Still managed to grab it. And has glitched through the tree. Which has boosted him downwards. With none of those 2 being caught. Large creature spawned in the top, which is going to end this run. And the large creature has knocked the tiny creature off onto the tree. Which is going to keep it alive for a bit longer. He instantly kills it. New large creature spawning in on the bottom. Right by another pack of tiny creatures. He's going to have to go kill that instantly. But has the dev cheats enabled. True. But no, that's glitch you can do in the game if you get stuck into a tree. You can also recreate it with the enemies that spawn in. It's a bit hard to do in this build since they die quicker. But before you could trap one of their arms into the tree, which would knock them all over the place. This game is wild, yeah. We got a ton of tiny creatures over at the bottom. If you can just get all those scored, that would be so many points. Large creature spawning on the right. And he's instead gone down into the cave. If the large creature goes left, that run is going to be dead. It looks like he's moving left. Here, let me hide the scoreboard so you guys can see the mini-map here. You can see over here, large creature is moving downwards. New large creature spawning in as well. Does that mean they just finished the current run? Yeah. And the large creature has just died on itself spontaneously. New large creature spawning in on the right. And he's going to drag it around and kill it. New creature spawning in on the top. As long as he can score 1 point, it's going to be better than his personal best. And he has not killed it. There it goes. Knocked and killed. Well, not killed. Knocked one of the tiny creatures off onto the lower platform. New large creature spawning in. He's going to have to kill that instantly, or else he's going to try to eat the creatures. And he just knocked one in for a score of 17. And he's grabbed it before it could eat the tiny creature. Now he's at the large pack. New large creature spawning in over on the right. He's scoring one real quick, then going to try to go kill that. If it goes to the right, it's going to eat the tiny creature. It's going to the right. And is moving around in one spot because it looks like he got stuck on the vine. And he's killed it. Flying around. Oh, are you going to... Please do not put the Zalgo text in chat. I assume that's what you're about to do. Oh, that works as well, I guess. But yeah, Twitch has a bug right now. I guess they might have patched it. Looks like Arm got stuck for a sec. He's bringing the two creatures over. Score of 20. Large creature spawned in. He's going to kill it. This is looking like a great run. I don't know where that tiny creature went, but it sort of just glitched out of the world. I'm assuming it went through the world edge. Just happened in Pirate Software stream? I see. But yeah, I had that happen in another stream by sending some obscure Unicode characters. And that's going to end that run at 20. So Pomo solidifies the lead. It's 20 points. And we're going to do the one more run. Alright, everyone finished the runs, so we're going to do the one more run. I'll count you guys down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, competitors are off. Looking at Pomo right now, Pomo currently has a personal best of 20 after that last round. I don't think anybody else will be able to beat that, but he's going to try and extend that lead. Ricky Lee here, score of 1, has the most chance to beat Pomo. Wait. Oh, yeah, the leaderboard shows you? Yeah. Didn't even realize we were in the tourney. You did, run on this build, I guess. Because it's just any run on this build of the game. But yeah, the scoreboard for the tournament, you can see here. Pomo's currently... Oh, Pomo didn't even submit his run. But Pomo has a score of 20 right now. Then Ricky Lee, score 15. Bad Feet is 7. And then Mark 6. Mark here, currently on a score of 1. Large creature spawning on the right. Bad Fetus here. Bad Fetus has a score of 1. And make that 2. 2 large creatures spawning in. One's about to eat the tiny creature there, which is going to end the run. There it goes. Need to refresh the scoreboard? It refreshes automatically. The scoreboard here only updates when competitors submit scores, though, so Pomo did not submit his score. Mark currently on a score of 1. Try to kill the large creature, but it's being very resilient. There it goes. Pomo here. Well, not Pomo. This is Ricky. Score of 6. Large creature spawning on the top. He's going to try to go get that. It's going to the left, which is not near any tiny creatures, so he has lots of time. Pomo here. Score of 3. Already 1 tiny creature has been eaten. So this is not looking great for him. Need to self-report scores? Yeah. Competitors report both the number amount they get as well as a picture showing they actually got it. The number amount is for the bot to take in and automatically update my leaderboard up there. And then the picture is just so we can verify it, and that they actually got that score. But yeah, that just makes it so I don't have to manually update the scoreboard with things. Instead, we can get scores instantly for viewers to see. Because in the score chasers before I was the one hosting, it was a manual system, which did not work great. So I just made an automatic system. And that's going to end that run there for Pomo. Ricky Lee here, score of 7. Currently the only one still running. Pomo might submit a score now. We'll see. Yeah, Ricky Lee, score of 7. About to be 8. Large creature spawning on the right. Ricky has a chance to world record. It's going well so far. I don't think anybody's going to beat the 20-point run, though. To be honest. Large creature spawning in on the top left. Large creature is very resilient, and he gets it. Large creature spawning in the bottom right. That's going to have to be killed instantly, or else he's going to eat that large pack of creatures. You did not submit no, Pomo. You can submit now if you want. Because your score should still be on the leaderboard in game. And he's glitched the creature into the wall, which has managed to kill it and also moved some of the tiny creatures over. So he's going to try to go upwards to kill that large creature. And there's Pomo's score. Score of 20, now on the leaderboard. So they murdered that creature? Yeah. He just got annihilated. This game is trippy? Yeah, it is something. Most of the games so far have been trippy. Well, 2 of the 3. Because the movement game with the cows moving at terminal velocity. Well, not terminal velocity, but very quick speeds. And then now this game. And then later on, there's going to be some other interesting games. Sammich is essentially going to be trying to balance a sandwich as food falls onto it. Over here, new large creature spawning in on the top. He's going to try to camp that, bring it downwards. And he's going to survive. Oh, and it dies on the vine. Music can be a little louder? Alright, I can do that. Like here? Is that fine, or is that too loud now? Can we minimap a scoreboard? Yeah. Here, I can hide it, because we already know what all the scores are. Hey, Debrigus, welcome in. Currently running through Boroporo here. Boroporo, there, that's the name of the game. Watching Ricky Lee here. Ricky needs to get a score of 20 or higher to tie or beat Pomo. That large creature was glitching into the tiny creatures. New large creature spawning in the bottom left. That's going to have to be killed instantly, or else it's going to eat that giant pack of tiny creatures. And that's going to be killed. I thought those tiny creatures were going to go into the cave for a sec, but they just missed it. That would have been amazing if they got sniped into the cave. Just get that music out of my head. Now you get to hear it more. Need to make proper approach chambers with human difficulty, not score chases difficulty? Yeah. Or you could have both. Oh, that's going to be eaten. There it goes. 1 life lost. Creature up there died. New creature spawning in the left. He misses it and has missed the vine. Is going to move over towards those tiny creatures. He grabs the vine instead of the large creature. Large creature spawning over here. He's going to try to kill it. It had its arm glitch into the wall. New score over here. Large creature on the left is going to move towards the tiny creatures. It's about to eat it, which is going to end this run. And that looks like it's not recoverable. Yeah, there it goes. Final score of 11 for Ricky Lee, which means the final overall scores for all the competitors are going to be Pomo in first with 20, Ricky Lee in second with 15, Bad Feast in third with 7, and Mark in fourth with 6. So this is going to solidify Pomo's lead across everyone else. So we'll see if other people can catch up in the next 2 games, which is going to be the Eg Hatcha and then Sammich. We're going to have a larger intermission break to let the competitors rest a bit, and we'll be back with the Eg Hatcha. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, and we're back with Eg Hatcha this time. This is a game where you have to go and hatch eggs, essentially. It's Faudian, so if you fall, you basically lose a ton of progress. So it's gonna be fun to watch the competitors do. World records for this game average around 1 minute. This is the any percent, well not any percent run. This is the all eggs run. So competitors have to get all the eggs, but they can ignore the optional collectibles, which are the money that you'll see around the level. Just let me turn down music slightly. I think it should be good. I assume the correct song is playing. Yeah, it should be. Just let me know if it's the wrong song or anything, or if it's too quiet or too loud. And let me set the time so that it ends at 2:30. There we go. So we're currently watching Pomo here. Well, not Pomo. We're currently watching Mark here. Hatching all the eggs. Let me show the scoreboard. The only one that submitted a score so far is Ricky. Everyone else has not submitted yet. Mark here. Currently on 18 seconds into the run. Has just gone up the tunnel. There's essentially two sections to the level in Eg Hatcha. There's the bottom section, and then the top section, which are both separated by the long squiggly tunnel you just saw Mark go through. If you're in the top section, you can't fall back to the bottom section, which makes it a tiny bit of a checkpoint there, but not really. Because runs are just very short. At 50 seconds here in the run, going for that egg over on the right. Will he make it? And he does. Now he just has to hatch those last eggs, and then the run will be done. 1 minute and 3 seconds. So that's going to be a score of 63 here. Putting him into second. So you'll see that update in a sec once he submits the score. And then let's go over to Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee here currently is the first place competitor. Hatching the eggs over on the left and then going to go back over to the right. When somebody goes up the squiggly tunnel, there's two directions they can go. They can go to the left or to the right. Usually the left is the quickest way to go first, since the right is longer. So competitors will go to the left, then go back around and go to the right. And that is a 47-second run for Ricky Lee, which solidifies the first place lead, now that Pomo is now on the leaderboard and was close to his old score. Let's look over at Bad Fetus. Bad Fetus here currently has not submitted a score yet, and has just restarted. So that's going to be no score yet over there. Looks like Pomo here, over here just finished a run at 43 seconds. Which is going to put Pomo into first place. There we go, it just updated. We can see there he is now in first. Already beating Ricky Lee. This is a close fight for first between the two. And now he's going to try to save Scum a lot. And there's all the restarts. Yeah. Trying to get the perfect start here. And that is going to be a restart. Over here, let's go back to Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee trying to get back into first here. 26 seconds, been going back over to the right. Got all the eggs on the bottom, and now is getting the eggs at the top. Now just has to get those last two eggs. And has missed the one egg. That would have been a 43-second run. But instead, it is now 44 seconds. Which puts him 1 second behind Pomo here. That is unfortunate. That might have been a first place run. If he didn't miss that one egg. Going back over to Mark here. Mark's currently in 3rd place. Oh, that is... How have I not selected Mark here? There's Mark. Mark's currently in 3rd place. Going very slowly up the squiggly tunnel. Already at 22 seconds. Ricky Lee had 26 seconds when going back to the right after the squiggly tunnel, which puts Mark at 7 seconds behind, or around 7 or 8 seconds behind what Ricky had. Which is possible to get a better score than his current score. And instead he has just launched himself off into the bottom. Which is going to be a restart there, yeah. Looking back over at Bad Fetus. Bad Fetus has just completed a 1 minute and 10 seconds run, which is going to put him at 70 into 4th place. He's going to try to get a bit better to get into 3rd place, beating Mark. Only 7 seconds off currently, so we can just shave some time off somewhere, and he can do it. Ricky Lee here. Currently at 32 seconds, has hit the top 3 times in a row. And that's going to be a restart. So he's trying to get a good start there. Pomo over here. Pomo going up the squiggly tunnel. And is going to launch himself, get those eggs. It's not looking like record pace, but 27 seconds going over the squiggly tunnel, which is decent. The fact he had to rotate there is going to be a bit of a time loss, and he has launched himself into the side of that platform, which is going to knock him downwards, and it is going to be a restart. Mark here. Mark trying to get the good start so that he can catch up to both Pomo and Ricky. And he almost fell there, but caught himself going up the squiggly tunnel. And is not going to go up very quickly. And he's just hit the 26-second mark. Which is going to be 5 seconds behind record pace, going over the squiggly tunnel. He can still get close to the scores, though. And that is not going to be close, because he's just launched himself downwards after missing the platform. Pomo just started a new run. Let's look at Pomo for a bit. Pomo trying to keep his lead here. 43 seconds. And that's going to be a restart for Pomo. Looks like he's pausing in one spot instead of restarting. He's taking a bit of a break. And there's the restart. Looking at Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee just started a new run. And has hit the wall. Both Ricky Lee and Pomo are now just trying to get perfect runs to be able to beat their records of 43 and 44. There's a good chance one of them does before the end of the time. Ricky Lee just trying to get a good start and has hit the wall again. Alright, he made it that time. Going up. He catches himself onto that upper ledge. Boosts himself upwards. This is looking like good pace. 16 seconds in the squiggly tunnels. Currently 2 seconds behind going over the squiggly tunnel. He missed an egg there, but he could have gone on the way back, but he still restarted for some reason. I guess he thought he was a bit slower. No competitors have improved their scores in a while now. Still on 43, 44, 63, and 70. Ricky with another decent run. Going. time so I can hide this text. There we go. Apologies about the technical difficulties. For some reason, my computer decided to disconnect basically everything plugged into it. So I had to fix that. But we're all good. We should be good for Sammich. But yeah, basically in this game, competitors have to balance a sandwich on a nose to make sure that doesn't fall over. Sammich, true. Here, let me start the timer. This is going to end at 3:10. There we go. Timer is now updated in the bottom left. We're currently watching Ricky Lee's POV. The only one that submitted scores so far is Pomo, who submitted 4,383. We can go over to Mark real quick. Mark currently does not have a score submitted. Is doing a strategy of filling in the entire bottom of the sandwich with ants. Even ignoring everything happening with all the food falling down, which is an interesting strategy. It might screw him over soon. Chocolate just went onto the side, which is tilting it by a lot. He's somehow surviving a very long time. Oh, and now he's... Okay, now he's adjusting to try to balance it out. Sammich, yeah. Okay, apple's falling down, got hit onto the sandwich. So now he's going to fill it on the other side. Doing a long strand there to try to balance it out. And that is going to have cheese fall on it, and that's going to screw him here. And it's fallen. 5,215 points, which is good enough for first. Also, I just realized music's not set to the correct thing. Let me fix that. Forgot to update it due to technical difficulties. So if I go to Sammich, okay, there you go. It should be playing the Sammich song now. Maybe I see someone break 7K. You might. Never know. I don't think anybody's going to do it though. Alright, let's check in with Pomo. So Pomo here, currently in second with 5,139. All the competitors should be getting above 5K. It's just a matter of who gets good enough RNG to get to 6K and above. Anyone above 6K is insane, anyone above 7K is inhuman. True. I only managed to get to 5K when I was playing it. Okay, Pomo ended a run just under 5K there. See if RNG gods are watching the score chasers, yeah. Ants are filling all along the bottom here. Popsicle coming down. It's going to narrowly miss, which is good for Pomo because popsicles are a scam. You want to avoid popsicles if possible, because popsicles... Oh, there's a popsicle. It just tilts the sandwich so much and will catch on to very... Even if it's only lightly touching the sandwich, it will still catch on to it. So it tends to be the worst food that drops. A rare popsicle miss? Yeah. The hitboxes for popsicles are very big. So there would basically be no popsicle misses. And that is going to be another popsicle going down and killing that run. Sounds like a skill issue? True. Let's go over to Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee here currently has a very large sandwich and has fallen over as soon as I say that. 3,900 points. Ricky Lee seems to be doing a strategy where he spreads the ants around the middle of the sandwich. That's going to be a miss from the cheese. And a miss, maybe a miss from the popsicle? You never know. Okay, that is going to be a popsicle miss. It's going to be an apple miss, a grapefruit miss. Still getting a very large amount of ants onto the sandwich. Cheese is going to miss. The strategy that most competitors are using to try to get high scores is to make the food miss as much as possible so that you can get as many ants as possible onto the sandwich. Both amount of ants and food on the sandwich count towards score. And placing ants on makes your sandwich tilt less because you get to control the ants rather than the food just dropping randomly. So usually the strategy is just avoid food as much as possible, especially if it's a popsicle or something. Food is starting to stack on now though. Seems to be fairly balanced so far. Broke 2k ants. Cannon is going to knock the sandwich over. And there it goes, with the apple on top as well. 5,088 points, which is going to be enough to bring Ricky Lee into 3rd place, beating Bad Fetus. So, most competitors are over 5k now, with the exclusion of Bad Fetus. And Mark is currently in the lead with 5,444 points. Let's check in with Pomo. Pomo here, about to break 2k ants. Has a very long strand. I have no idea how that happened because he panicked. 2 popsicles coming down in a row. One onto the giant strand, which is going to kill that run. There's no way he can survive when a popsicle lands onto that giant strand. Everybody out here getting 5k in a matter of minutes. I've yet to crack it myself. Yeah. Pomo trying to do another run. Hopefully better RNG than the last one had. That was terrible luck. The 2 popsicles and the one on the strand. It is a skill issue though for having that large strand. Alright, popsicle landed. Apple landed. Keeping the sandwich relatively balanced. Can is going down. That might tilt it a ton. He might try to do a large strand here. Nope, he's going to keep placing. He's learned that the large strand screwed him over last time, even though it does help balance it. Looks like he's doing some larger strands. But not too large. Grapefruit's going down. Clinging to that nose by the hairs, yeah. And yeah, for people who don't know this, the object in the water is a nose that's balancing on. When I first saw it, I thought it was just a rock, but you can see the nostrils when they rotate to a certain position. And that's going to be a restart. Positions still have not changed since last time we checked. Check in with Bad Fetus. Bad Fetus here, currently very zoomed out. Placing ants all along the top. Keeping the sandwich very balanced, but that's going to screw him over later. With everything on the top side of it. The classic popsicle R, yeah. And that is going to be chocolate on the long strand, which is going to kill that run. And he restarted before it could even end. So I guess we don't know what score that run was. Pomo just killed a run, it looks like. So let's check in with Mark. Mark over here. Currently doing the strategy, putting ants along the bottom. That cheese missed the sandwich. Looks like the apple is narrowly going to hit it there. Popsicle down is going to land and tilt the sandwich a lot. Chocolate's going down, also going to hit. There it goes. New popsicle coming down. That one's going to miss narrowly. That almost hit it there. It looked like it missed it more than it actually did. Because the hitbox is larger than the actual object. Chocolate went down. He's going to have to counteract that a ton. Now Can, it's going to help him do that. That's going to be a miss from whatever object is dropping now. And the sandwich is still going to tilt because he did not fix it enough. Every popsicle falling is a breath holding moment. Yeah. Popsicle's falling down. That cheese is gonna hit. That's not a cheese, that's a pie. They look the same. There's the cheese. Another cheese stacking onto the first cheese. Not tilting it too much though, since it's not one of the terrible objects. Another cheese stacking onto the pie. There's so much cheese in that. That's 4 cheeses. Mark is just the cheese god. Was that a 5th cheese? Or is that the same cheese as before? Okay, Apple came down. Popsicle now. That is probably going to kill this run. He's doing a long strand to try to save it. And he's narrowly going to save it. Popsicle is down now. Or not Popsicle, chocolate. And then run is going to die. 4 cheese-ins. Pretty solid seed. It was solid. And then that Popsicle happened. Popsicle's going to hit. And that's a restart. Pomo looks like has beaten Mark now. Got into first place by 11 points. With 5,455 points. Ricky Lee is also very close as well with 5,396. Bad Feet is still in the same spot, under 5k. Check in with the rest. Ricky Lee here. Got Popsicle and is going to restart. Pomo. Starting out on a new run. Bad Fetus seems to have a low strategy and is putting ants everywhere. Seems to have a lot of ants onto the Sammich, but not much food, which seems like there's a lot of misses. Broke 2k ants. Pie is coming down, going to probably miss. Nope, it's going to narrowly hit onto the can. Apple's going to counteract it though. Can it counteract it enough? It is, but this cheese is coming down now, going to tilt it even more. Looks like it's still stable. Can's down onto the strand, which is going to tilt it a ton and kill that run. But 5,632 points, which is going to move Bad Fetus into first place. And it's going to move him all the way from 4th to 1st. That is great. Everyone else gets knocked down. The underdog, yeah. Everyone else is very close, then Bad Fetus just came in with massive amount of points there. Going over to Mark again. Oh, that's the wrong key. There we go. Mark just ended a run, 4,337. Starting another run. Ants all along the bottom. Pomo seems to be doing well. Okay, let me check in with Pomo here. Ants all along the sides of the Sammich. Can coming down, going to knock it down a bunch. He's trying to counteract, which he successfully does, because there's not much weight in the Sammich yet. Cheese coming down. He's preparing for that, and it successfully bounces very well. Popsicle coming down. That is going to miss. And the second Popsicle is going to hit the cheese and knock the Sammich over. Or not. Oh, there it goes. Wait. Did he just intentionally get that Popsicle? That Popsicle was going to miss, but there was a strand there. If he didn't get that Popsicle, that probably would have been... That probably would have been a 5k 500 run or more, which could have put him into first. I don't know why he got the Popsicle there. Sammich, yeah. Okay, and time is going to be up in 5 seconds, so let the competitors know to finish up their last runs. We'll check in with Mark. Mark has a very big Sammich going. let the competitors know. Time's up, so finish your last runs, and then we'll do the one more run. Alright. So Mark finishes last run. Pomo here. On more than 2k ants, 6 food. Popsicle just got snagged. He's going to try to save it, which he does not manage to do. And that's going to be 4,666 points. Checking over Rookie Lee here. Popsicle's a scam. You're the one that intentionally got a popsicle when it came down that one time. Adelie jinxing competitors again? Nah, it's fine. Alright, everyone finished now. Because I can also see Bad Phoenix finished it. So we'll do the one more run. Alright, everyone will do the one more run. I'll count you guys down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, competitors are going. Let's check in with the person in last place, Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee here, currently barely in last place by 50 points. I cast 5 popsicles. Yeah. Anyone could lose their runs at any moment here. Let's go through. Pomo, doing fairly well. Mark got chocolated, trying to counter the... Wait. Looks like just got popsicled. And he manages to counter the popsicle. Going over to Bad Fetus now. Bad Fetus is about to get pied. He's going to be able to counter it though. Popsicle coming down. And that's going to hit. And maybe topple it over. And he cannot save it, so it will topple. 4,523. Going back to Mark. Mark's going fairly stable. Can just dropped though. He's trying to counter it. And he does. Pomo. About to get chocolated. But it misses. Cheese coming down. Which he can counteract pretty easily. Looks like Ricky Lee ended at 3,406. Mark over here. Cheese is hit. Cheese coming down. He's trying to counter with long strands. And he does not. That's going to end at 4,612. Pomo. More than 3,000 ants. Trying to counter. He does not. 5,126 for Pomo. So no competitors are going to improve on their scores. We're just going to make the final standings. Bad Fetus in first place with 5,632. Pomo in second with 5,455. Mark in third with 5,444. Ricky Lee in fourth with 5,396. And now I'm going to publish that. And we can see the final scores. And now, let's check the final scoreboard. And we'll see Pomo is in first place with 69 points. Ricky Lee is in second with 55. Mark is in third with 54. And Bad Fetus is in fourth with 52. So that's very close scores for the bottom 3. And with Pomo very much in the lead at the top. Congratulations to all the competitors. Pomo first, Ricky Lee second, Mark third. Yeah, there's the collapse. Alright, that's going to be it for this edition of Score Chasers. So we're going to go into the after party now. Alright, I don't know who's hosting the after party. Who wants to? We're probably going to do Beta Ball or something, right? You'll host? Okay. So Pomo's going to host the after party. He's having a song by, hanging out in the tournament. And we'll head into Pomo stream to play some Beetle Ball. Beetle Ball is a multiplayer game made for the Jam, so anybody who's in the audience can join in as well. It's a up to 6v6 soccer game, pretty much. /raid. /raid Pomo the dev. There we go. Alright, anybody in chat who is subbed, you can spam chickens at Pomo. Use your chickens. Anybody who is not subbed, you can spam Unicode chickens, which I will send right now. There's some Unicode chickens. And go give Pomo a bunch of chickens. I'll see you all later. And see ya. Right now.